There are children in New Zealand living in such extreme poverty that they don't have a bed to sleep in or even their own toothbrush. As extraordinary as that sounds. Often they are the hardest young kids to reach. And so children's charity KidsCan has partnered up with the Ministry for Vulnerable Children. That's Oranga Tamariki. It's a 6-month pilot here to target kids who are living in severe hardship in Hamilton. In just 3 weeks, 20 beds have been given. Some of the children being helped had never slept in a bed before. Zach Fleming spoke to KidsCan CEO Julie Chapman today, who began by explaining just what is being provided.
Health and hygiene items, towels, a lot of families will share one towel between each other. So we're making sure that everyone in the family has the dignity by having their own towel and their own face cloth. One of the big items that we're providing for kids is beds in partnership with Harvey Norman and AH Beard. And they've generously donated 100 beds for the pilot, and already 20 children are in need of beds.
So this is children who don't have a bed to sleep in?
Yeah, so these are children that are literally sleeping on the floor, on the couch, sometimes on a squab on the floor, and that really upsets me. I think it's really important that children have a safe, warm bed to sleep in, to get as much sleep as they need when they're getting up and going about their lives.
Is it shocking? Was it shocking for you to understand and learn that this is a problem in New Zealand, that kids don't have beds?
Yeah, I always say sort of not much kind of shocks me anymore after 12 years of working at KidsCan, but this actually did shock me when I realised the level of need for beds. I think it's unacceptable that little children don't have a place of their own to sleep. Sleep is really important for kids, especially if they're going to school to absorb learning and all of those things, and so this is something that I'm really passionate about, in particular the beds, because every child deserves to have a bed to sleep in.
What other stories have you been hearing over these 3 weeks? So we've got kids that don't have beds, people sharing towels, what other kinds of things?
People sharing, families sharing towels, unable to afford their own toothbrushes for each person in the family, and I think that can be quite confronting for people, but it is the reality of how bad this material deprivation is for children and their families. One of the big items that's going out, or most popular items I guess, or need, is feminine hygiene products. So that's for not only the girls in the family but the caregivers as well, who are really struggling to afford those basic things that we all need to get through life with some dignity.
Do you have any idea of how big the problem could be? You said you wanted to expand it nationwide, right?
I honestly don't. I think that this is the tip of the iceberg, in particular with the beds and the hygiene items that we're seeing going out the door here to these families. There are 10 children's teams currently around New Zealand, and this pilot is, I guess, going to give us a bit of a steer, because it's one of the major areas with 200 children plus their siblings and family members. So I think, we're going to see a huge need, and then we're going to have to work out how we can roll that out.
That is Julie Chapman. She is the CEO of KidsCan, speaking there to Zach Fleming. Extraordinary. Some children going without a bed or even a toothbrush. Zach Fleming reporting there.